Hey there everybody, today I'm going to be demoing the Coral Sunsets look from the fall holiday catalog. I'm so excited. This is such an amazing palette. Look at that, beautiful colors. So I've already done a base of foundation, under eye corrector, concealer. That's all done. That's always the first stage of any makeup look. So I'm going to go in. I've got my makeup brushes and I'm going to start with the base, which is the Fiery Coral, which is this red color right here, with the all over shadow brush. So press that on. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous color. All right. And press it onto the eyelid like this. And I use the natural creases of my eyes here to figure this out. Without my glasses, I can't see much. So I just find the natural creases. And now the other side. Again, this amazing color. Look at that, how beautiful that is. Patting that carefully onto the eyelid. It's a combination of patting and sweeping. Using the natural contours of the eyelid. So that's the base. So step one is done. That again is that amazing fiery coral. So now it's time to do crease work with the crease brush. See, it has a natural edge to it. And that is going to be the hot clay, which is this brown here. So put it onto the edge there. I usually make a line and then drag that color. You feel the brow bone there, up over it to that line. Get an idea of how it looks when the eyebrows are not raised. The makeup will sag a little bit, so play with that crease. The other eye. Can clean that up with the ring finger a little bit. It's okay if it's a little bit messy. So that was step two. Again, that was the hot clay. And step one was that fiery coral. Step three is to highlight. got my eye smudger brush. It's small. In the inner corner, can also be used on the brow bone, so we're going to do both for fun. And I'm going to be using the Ignited Ivory. Reminds me a little bit of crystalline. Ooh, look at that pigment. That is powerful. So the inner corner is important for making the eyes look brighter, more awake, which for those of us who don't sleep, which would be me, is really good. It's also good for combating shadows for those of us who wear glasses, also me. And not only the inner corner, but a little bit, so the inner third of that eyeshadow onto the eyelid itself. Other side as well. Look at that pigment. That is amazing. That's beautiful. So that is the inner corner work. I can also go in under those brows, give them a little bit more definition. So I'm going to do that as well for fun. So that gives those brows a little bit of definition. So that is that highlight. And now, using the all over brush again, with possibly a combination of that smudger brush again, we're going to enhance the look, the outer corner, with gold greatness, which is this beautiful gold color. Look at that. Look how gold that is. So that was the side I used for the fiery coral, so I'll be using the other side, which is clean. Pat on that gold. Look at that. Going in the outer corner of the eye, about there. The eye smudger brush could be used here, but I usually just use the all over brush. Again, look at that color. I'm patting it right here, sort of in that outer third. So inner third is that lightest color, and then we've got our base here in the middle, and then our beautiful gold. So then it's going to be time to smudge it all together. I've got my blending brush. Start with that lightest color, blend everything together. There we go. That's very good. All right. So now I'm going to be using a black eyeshadow because I really enjoy using eyeshadow instead of liquid eyeliner, but a black liquid eyeliner here would also be very good, or any eyeliner in black. I really like using eyeshadow. So I've got my eyeliner brush. It has a very distinct edge, even more so than that crease brush. And I'm going to be starting in the middle and carefully pressing, sweeping, pressing, sweeping, pressing, sweeping, all the way down. An easy way to take this from day to night would be to do eyeliner along the bottom and into the sort of lash line here. So again, start in the middle, press and sweep, press and sweep, press and sweep. Again, any eyeliner in black would be amazing here. I just really love using eyeshadows. Now, it's a little bit softer. So, I'm going to finish the eyes with mascara. Any mascara here would be amazing. My absolute favorite is the Panorama because of the multiple brushes. Brush 1, brush 2, and brush 3 is the brush on the end. So I'm going to go in and I'm blinking to coat those brushes and also wiggling the brush and myself to coat those lashes. And then rotate the brush, repeat. And then go in again with that. Can you see that? Just elevates those lashes even more. And this is an optional step. Bottom lashes. Only use the tip of the wand for that. Like that. And now the other eye. This is an important tip. Don't pump mascara. It forces air in. If you need more mascara, put it in once, give it a swivel, but don't pump it because that just forces air into the mascara. So again, combination of blinking and wiggling will coat those lashes. To their fullest. Repeat. And again, that final Panorama brush to really fan those lashes out and to do those baby lashes on the bottom. Again, bottom lashes are completely optional, and it's actually a great way to take a look from day to night is to not do the bottom lashes for a day look and then do the bottom lashes for an evening look. So that is the eye done. So now we're going to move into the cheeks. We're going to do a full contour with blush. So I've got my highlighter, I've got my bronzer, or not my bronzer, contour, and I've got my blush. So I'm going to start with my highlighter first. I've got my cheek brush, and I'm going to be applying the highlighter to this edge of the cheek brush. See how it has an edge to it along here? So that highlighter along that top edge here. If you're more into contouring, then you can put highlighter wherever you like to put highlighter. Highlighter will just bring light to the face, so you could put highlighter along the nose, on the Cupid's bow. I'm now going to move on to my blush. I've got Rogue Rose onto the body of the blush brush, like that. It's a little bit much. Give it a whack. Get rid of a little bit of it. Smile and drag. And up over the jawline. That way when I'm not smiling, it doesn't just sit on the apple of the cheek and look weird. Do that to the other side as well. And give it a whack. And then contour onto the heel. So there's a little place on the cheek brush to put a thumb that can fan that out. So we're going to put that contour onto the heel. So there's that contour onto the heel. And fan it out. Make a fish face to find that natural jaw. Just to add depth and to hollow out those cheeks a little bit. Think of Maleficent and how hollowed out those cheeks looked. I don't have any cheekbones to speak of, but this gives the illusion of having cheekbones. One more step and we're done. This next step is the lip. This is an amazing new limited edition tinted lip balm. This is the Coral Blaze, so it matches that fiery coral eyeshadow. So I have a little spatula and I'm going to scrape some of this off, because my favorite way to do any kind of lip color is not to apply it directly from the tube. It's to scrape off however much I want, and I want a whole lot, and then apply it with a lip brush. Because then I'm in complete control of how much or how little color I want. And it gives me greater control of the shape of the lip. So I can always go back for more if I want it. Grab my lip brush. Start here. Making a little heart. This is a little bit tricky. I started from the bottom and worked my way up. It gives the lip a little bit more of a fuller look than going from the top to the bottom. Once that initial line has been made, feel free to use downward strokes to fill everything else out. That is a really pretty color. I'm looking at my mirror. And the bottom lip. And I think we're going to need a little bit more color. Maybe not. A final step here would be to really define that lip shape by putting on concealer. So let's go ahead and do that. I have my brush and let me grab my concealer. These are the new under eye corrector and the new concealer. So they no longer have the applicator. They now have this like very fine tip. So very carefully, I'm just going to squeeze it until, whoop, not a bubble, a little bit comes out. There. And then I'm going to go in with that brush and really define that. I'm going to be looking up. And then drag it down to really mix it in with that pre-existing foundation. But just like that, that bottom lip is much more defined. And again, now that top lip is more defined. So it really defines those lines. So finish the look off by putting on any jewelry. These are my very important Mary Kay pieces. And pull out this braid I've had. I spritzed it with a little bit of water. So that it would have some natural waviness. So that is the full look. That is Coral Sunsets. Again, that is from the limited edition Inner Fire palette from the Fall Holiday catalog. Isn't that amazing? I love how that turned out. That is a really nice set. You can see those eye colors. Very nice. Very nice definition on the brow. Very nice color on the lip. Again, I really love using that lip brush and sort of spatula combination, because if you just, do this, then whatever color you have is what you have. And this doesn't have a lot of definition in terms of being able to shape that lip, but with the combination of lip brush and then concealer, you can really shape that lip. So that's all for me. I hope that you're having a fantastic day so far. I will see all of you again really soon. Take care of yourselves. Until then, bye-bye.